What's going on, everybody? GemMint here, back finally with another Omnibus and collected edition haul. It's been a little minute, but I have a nice stack of books that are already released, stuff that comes out this week, next week, and the following. So big thank you to Marvel Comics for sending some pre-release stuff. Valiant sent some great stuff. Everything else was from Organic Price Books. Make sure to go check them out if you're looking for any type of omnibus, absolute editions, collected editions, trade paperbacks, manga, or more. And make sure to use code GemMint every time. It'll save you $2, so you might as well. With that being said, let's jump into all these trades and their varying release dates. We'll talk a little bit about that. We're going to take a look at the mighty Marvel Masterworks Captain America. Kind of like a Cap Essential Ash Can trade, if you will. They're calling it Volume 1, and it collects Tales of Suspense, issues 59 through 77, with a $16 cover price. Black Panther Volume 1 from the current ongoing, John Ridley and great Alex Ross covers. I'm keeping up with this in singles, so the first trade's out. We'll take a look at the artwork here. Avengers Forever, another Volume 1, Jason Aaron's Avengers reboot, which it's been up and down for me so far in this 5-issue miniseries, but I like Deathlock, the Ghost Rider stuff. I'm a big fan of both characters, so I have been sticking with this. I think that Ant-Man kind of one-shot threw me off, or whatever that was. Miles Morales Beyond. So, been reading Ben Reilly's Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man. I didn't realize there were Beyond tie-ins in the Miles book, so that's actually pretty cool for me to get caught up on. Issues 33 through 36 with Annual 1 with a $16 cover price, so we'll flip through the artwork shortly. We have an epic collection, some classic Iron Man stuff, and look who we got on the back. Iron Man and your boy Subby, Namor. So this is Battle Royale. This is technically Volume 5 of Collecting Iron Man in Chronological Order with issues 47 through 67, like all epics, $40 cover price. We'll flip through this, some classic, what is this, Silver to Bronze Age artwork. Then from Boom Studios, we have We Only Find Them When We're Dead. This is Volume 2, I believe, by Al Ewing, Simone DeMio, collecting issues 6 through 10 with a $15 cover price. We'll take a look. Valiant sent book 1 for Harbinger. This was their Harbinger reboot, so this collects the first 4 issues with a $15 cover price. They're on Volume 2 of Exo Manowar, so this collects issues 5 through 9. Is this by Kyle Higgins? Who's this by? Dennis Hopeless, who we did interview actually, putting out the trade. And then a final trade, which is kind of dope, man. Some throwback classic Shadow Man. So this is Shadow Man that inspired the Shadow Man video game, and it collects issues 5 through 15 from the 1997 series. So awesome to see them kind of publish some older material, even though they have been pretty on point with those classic omnibus. $25 cover price here. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. All right, guys, so like I said, this one comes out this week, June 8th, Captain America, Mighty Marvel Masterworks. Little ash can type of trade paperback, reprinting issues that you may have in a Captain America omnibus. This is more for new readers to just pick up and read, I would say. Maybe a way to get a compact, little classic Captain America read in there. I don't know really who this is for, but they're reprinting it nonetheless, just to go flip through, give you an idea of the artwork and what you're getting here. I'm not going to spend too much time on the trades, but definitely want to show them some love and show you guys the new stuff that's coming out. Black Panther Volume 1 comes out next week, June 15th, and like I said, John Ridley writing this series with beautiful Alex Ross artwork, Juan Cabal, Federico Blee, and Matt Milla on the interiors as well. So here's your spine. You got the back here, beautiful. I love when Alex Ross does Storm. The first 5 issues, and this is a current ongoing where we find that T'Challa has had these sleeper cell agents in all these different countries. Look, beautiful wraparound cover. And they've lived entire lives, and basically they've been called to action because somebody is out assassinating them. So how could somebody know about these sleeper cell agents? It has to be one of them, and that's kind of the whole thing. These White Panthers and Aurora getting up in the mix. I love the T'Challa Aurora dynamic. That's why it's so sad that, man, we might not be able to see that play out in the MCU. It would have been perfect. So we do get that in these issues, and I'm really digging this series. I think it's a good Black Panther run to pick up and jump into. You don't need prior knowledge. If you've seen the movie, you've seen enough. Here's some variants. That's Scotty. Overly detailed Scotty Young variant. That's pretty cool. So you get some bonuses in the back. I recommend it. Just go variant. Also next week, June 15th, Avengers Forever. So Jason Aaron's joined by Cooter, Tao, and Guru EFX. Yeah, so I remember like liking some of these issues, not liking some of these issues. Jason Aaron, man, he writes his ass off. He does a lot of work, man. If we look at the Omnibus collection, there's like a hefty percentage that's Jason Aaron. And I definitely like where he's going with this whole Black Skull, this version of Red Skull that merged with a Venom symbiote, Ghost Rider, and Deathlock. And I don't want to get my stories confused, but I don't want to think of Savage Avengers, because I think Jason Aaron does that as well. So the first issue confused me. You have like this multiversal story with this Tony Stark who's Ant-Man in that universe. We have the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider, but then I feel like the other issues started focusing more on the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider and this whole Black Mask Venom character. I could be wrong though. I read a lot of stuff, y'all. So the Miles Morales trade comes out the following week, June 22nd. So like I said, I didn't know they had a Beyond tie-in. Ahmed, Bandini, Allen, and Mariska. I also missed out on like the Clone Saga. I mean, I guess I didn't really miss out, but maybe I should look for that trade as well. Like I said, it collects issues 33 through 36 here, 16 bucks. Let's take a look at the artwork here. I just never got caught up with Miles, and you know it's still going on, so it's like I'm getting further and further behind if I ever want to get caught up. Still got Miles and Genki, it seems. Art looks dope here, the bus scene. So there's a big hulking Spider-Man. Okay, that must be from the Clone Saga. There's two Spider-Man now. All right. So yeah, I'm a little behind on my Miles reading. I'll tell you what, art looks alright though. Might have to give it a shot. Many cool variants here. Alright, dang. In-Hyuk Lee, one of my favorite cover artists right now. Alright, so the Epic Collection comes out this week, man. And like I said, chronologically, you know, we're on volume 5. And that's what's cool about Epics. They're easy to read, lightweight, they're trade paperbacks. And they go from the first appearance of Iron Man until now we're on Iron Man 46 through 67. So I can see the lore of that. More for like a reader. You know, somebody who really just wants that chronological. That's how my wife likes to read things. That's why you guys haven't seen her do like the Golden Age Omnibus reviews, because she doesn't want to start with like the current modern iteration. I need to go to the beginning. So that's where Epic Collections would come in handy. So here we are. Great artwork here. Stan Lee, Mike Friedrich, Greg Tuska. You know, classic, a little bit more dialogue heavy. But I still respect and like the artwork from this era. Big, huge, full page spread. And the back does have some bonus material. You get some original interior pages, some original covers. So very cool to get those bonuses. Alright, so we only find them when they're dead. This came out last week, and it's book 2. I'm surprised it took this long for book 2 to come out. I feel like the series started a while back, and I was into it when I first started reading it. But I just kind of fell off of it. I read a lot of weekly titles, and it's one that just didn't make the cut. I liked Al Ewing, you know, coming off of, or he was still doing Immortal Hulk at the time. But this is the story that's like takes place in space, and it's these harvesters that find dead gods. They only happen to find these gods when they're dead for whatever reason, and they harvest their bodies. And here, that's kind of the cool aspect. The art style lends better to paper. I was reading this digitally, and it was really hard for me to get into the artwork, you know, scrolling on my phone, looking through a keyhole. So it looks way better on actual pages. But, you know, it's kind of like what you would think. That's the overall premise, and you do see big space gods, and there are kind of like these races and wars to get and harvest the body parts first. But it's a lot of interior stuff going on, relationship drama between crew and this and that. If it looks like it's for you, give it a shot. The trade paperback is out. You can see how they kind of go full color schemes on pages, right? Like all yellow, all orange, all green. Like it has a very unique style to it and an interesting concept. Valiant showing some love, sending some books here. Harbinger book 1. I was reading this in single issues. The return, or I don't want to say reboot, but the rebranding, new volume of Harbinger. This is by Colin Kelly, Jackson Lansing, Robbie Rodriguez, Rico Renzi, Hassan Oatsmain, El Hau. I'm trying to get his name right, man. I know I'm jacking it up. So man, I was a big fan of the Harbinger like shared universe, the stuff they had under, what was it, like 2012, 2014, that timeline. And I always, you know, have a soft spot for Valiant. I want their stuff to do good, and I want to, you know, read Harbinger, Bloodshot, Ninjak, and all that. And the stuff that they have been putting out, it's been decent. Like Shadow Man's been good, Harbinger's been good. EXO, I didn't like it as much, but it just, they haven't been putting out much, man, throughout the pandemic and everything. So always rooting for Valiant. Pick up Harbinger in the trade if you want to get caught up. Tying it in here to Faith. You have a cover gallery in the back. We also got EXO Manowar. So this was EXO in Harlem by Dennis Hopeless, right? So this is issue 5. He had like this kind of new sidekick slash friend slash mentor that he was fighting. I read these in single issues. You know, EXO to me, it's always like a Thor type of character in an Iron Man type of symbiote suit. I gotta dig through to see if I still even have volume 1. I might have given that out in a gem crate. And that's a dope cover right there. And the last trade, the Shadow Man from the 90s. I have not read this material. I read, like I said, that last kind of shared universe volume of Shadow Man, and I'm reading the current ongoing. I think it's Cullen Bunn, right? So this is back in the day stuff. So you do get that 90s, late 90s, maybe early 2000 vibe. But the coloring looks high tech, but maybe not digital yet. Yeah, I'm digging the art style here. I would check this out. So it inspired a video game. I saw that on the back. I have never played the game. Comic that inspired the Shadow Man remastered video game. Gotta check this out, man. So far, I've always dug everything that I read Shadow Man, so take it back to the late 90s. Here it is, the new stuff. The X-Force Oversized hardcover is out today. This is volume 1 by Benjamin Percy, collecting the first 12 issues of the series. One of the few Reign of X, Dawn of X titles that I've actually kept up with. Haven't been loving it, kind of like with Wolverine. It just has kind of like some one-off stories here and there. But like I said, I have been sticking with it. I have been enjoying it. It's just not really what I wanted out of the X-Force series. We'll flip through it and we'll talk about it some more. All right, here's the dust jacket for X-Force. You have Wolverine, Jean Grey, Kid Omega, and Beast on the back there. This is like a Beast-led team. We're going to flip through and take a look at it, but Marvel has been on point with putting out OHCs and Omnibus for this Reign of X stuff. This was a $40 retail book with the first 12 issues. All right, so the inside of the dust jacket, you know, talking about the creators, letting us know where we're at with the Krakoa era of mutants. They've been keeping up with this type of theme throughout all of the hardcovers as well, so nice to see the uniformity. Some black cover page here. Here we have the creators. And boom, jumping right into X-Force. So I got to even see where we are here. They kept this up throughout the whole Hoxpox era with like this type of introduction in the midway kind of textbook pages, if you will. So X-Force, big shoes to fill, and they got characters that I love. I love Quentin Quire. Kid Omega, definitely a big fan of him. I'm trying to remember here. I know they had a lot of tie-ins, right? You had tie-ins to the Hellfire Gala. You had tie-ins to Ten of Swords. Yeah, you had this whole arc where Domino was kidnapped and being tortured and trying to weaponize her powers. So just X-Force doing X-Force stuff. You have Forge weaponizing everything for everybody. You got Wolverine and Beast, you know, acting like Dark Beast behind the scenes. Yeah, I think even flipping through, you can even see like Kid Omega to me is like the star of the show. His power set, the way he's written, and you know, his dialogue, his attitude. Wolverine is just Wolverine. And here we go, like I said, keeping the uniformity with the textbook stuff. So we have all the cover gallery stuff in the back. Very cool to have. Russell Dauterman doing the dust jacket here. And some interior sketches. Alright guys, from Boom Studios, we have a slipcase hardcover, Once in Future by Kieran Gillen, Dan Mora, Book 1. So, Once in Future is one of those indie titles that for whatever reason I didn't pick it up, and I never got into this, but when I was doing the top 10 comics of the week with Rock and Robbie, he would always praise this book. So, big shout out to JP at Organic Price Books for sending this over. I want to read this and do a review of it, but until then, we'll flip through it and see what the book looks like. All right, so here's a better look at the hardcover slipcase. You have that skull with the crown on it. Nice spine here. Kind of similar or same image on the back. This retails $80, and here we have the hardcover itself. So cool, man. Oh, Tamara Von Villain on here as well. So this is the deluxe edition, they're calling it, volume 1. And like I said, I heard about it because I would do a top 10 comics of the week video with Rockin' Robbie Billups, and he would always have this in his top 10, and I would always regret not having read it. I just kind of didn't pick up issue 1 and then just fell behind. So flipping through, we see the artwork, very clean. Love the coloring on it. Okay, definitely got some unique type of creatures going on. Jumping over to chapter 2, got this old lady with a gun. Nice paneling and colors. So yeah, it definitely looks interesting enough, man. I gotta check it out. I know it's got some kind of fantasy element to it, and I'm wondering if that's what the swords have to do with it. I don't even want to take any guesses, but just flipping through it, taking a look at it. Looks promising, looks fun. Once in future, let's see what's going on in the back. Okay, just like virgin covers and stuff. Alright guys, looks good. Gotta check it out for sure. Look at this guy, man. Sent the DM and the regular version for Moon Knight. This is volume 2 from the classic material. Monch Sikiewicz and Zelentez. I think I butchered all of those names. I haven't gotten into volume 1 yet, so that's why I haven't done the review. But quickly, we'll take a look at volume 2, what it collects, how the artwork looks, the binding, how it's mapped out, and all that good stuff. Alright guys, so Moon Knight Volume 2 is already out, and this is the regular cover by Alex Ross. The DM variant is one of the original covers for issue 47. So that's the only difference on these is the covers. So let's go ahead and get them out of the wraps and take a look at the inside. Alright, me personally, I always like to keep the covers that match the material on the inside. So who is this? Miller? Is that a Frank Miller cover? I gotta check the credits. Here goes the spine and the back. So this collects Moon Knight from the 1980 series, issues 21 through 38, Iron Man 161, Power Man and Iron Fist 87, Marvel Team Up 144. Then you have Moon Knight from the 1985 volume, issues 1 through 6, Marvel Fanfare 30, and material from Solo Avengers 3, Marvel Fanfare 38 and 39, plus Marvel Superheroes issue 1. So $125 cover price. And you can see all the covers here on the back. As usual, on the inside of the dust jacket, a biography on the character and on the creators. Some nice black and whites here on the actual book itself, switching it up for the black text. Moon Knight on the back here. Bill Sienkiewicz. I don't know if I'm saying that right, probably not. Alright, very cool, man. Nice gritty type of art on the cover page here. Yeah, it was Frank Miller on the variant. So here's the table of contents, which I always love that they have. And then boom, yeah, this is that run. So definitely got to hurry up and get caught up on volume 1 so I could bust through these reviews. Love the artwork here. Great covers by Bill S. That's what we're going to call him now, just to avoid that. So yeah, I mean, it's that Bronze Age to Copper Age gritty Moon Knight. Look at this. That's nice paneling and such here. Have not read this material. Have only read the Houston run and Lemire. Even read the Bendis run, but I haven't read this material yet. It looks great, man. It looks dark, gritty. Look at the rain going across. You got Power Man and Iron Fist there. You know, Marvel, they cranked out 3 Moon Knight Omnis right around the time the show was out. Great move. Look at these covers here, man. These are the type of books that are even fun just to collect in single issues. Look at this style and format. Look at the all purple background to the all red to kind of illustrate that movement of the harpoon. Great stuff here, guys. So definitely, I'm hyped to get into this now. I was thinking at first, you know, is volume 1, is the material a little bit dated, but it's actually looking really good in this volume, so it's making me excited to read it. Alright guys, let's flip through towards the end of the book here, and we'll see what kind of bonus material we have. Some old articles here. There's the cover gallery. Wow, man, those are dope. Wonder Man and Moon Knight. Some interior pages. Great stuff here. Which brings us to the last one, the OHC turned Omnibus. Another one in that OHC gallery. X-Men. This is Fall of the Mutants. The Omnibus. Awesome book, man. I love how they turn those bigger, oversized hardcovers into omnis. I think Mutant Massacre was another one. They just always should have been omnibus. So happy to see Marvel listen to the fans and give us what we want, because we want matching red banners at the top of our spines for some reason. But let's flip through the Fall of the Mutants omnibus. I don't have the OHC to compare it to anymore, but we can still see what they did with the artwork as far as the hardcover and everything else. All right, and the front of the dust jacket for the X-Men Fall of the Mutants omnibus, we get the classic cover here for the front, which looks great, man. Love that sunset. The spine looks good as too. You have the Fall of the Mutants logo, iconic cover for X-Men. What is that, like 223 or something? Something like that. It collects X Factor issues 18 through 26, Uncanny X-Men 220 through 227, New Mutants 55 through 61, Incredible Hulk 336 and 337, plus 340, Power Pack 35, Daredevil 252, and Captain America 339 with Fantastic Four 312. So $100 cover price on this material. This is like the mutants have all spread out into their own teams. The New Mutants, X Factor, what's left here of the X-Men, which is gone into further detail on the left here, kind of giving us a look at where we are going into this book, what's going on in like this whole era of the X-Men, the death of Angel, him becoming Archangel, and the mutants battle with the Morlocks. Same image on the front of the actual hardcover. Coloring is amazing, so vivid on there. And then here we have on the back, this looks like an X Factor issue, right, with the 4 Horsemen. Looks like one of those anniversary milestone issues. This dust jacket is the best one for me. All right, so you got some nice red burgundy cover here. Hulk 340 here, which I just read actually in the Peter David Hulk omnibus. Here's the Storm-led Mohawk Storm team. So here's X Factor right before we get the Archangel stuff in issue 24. So yeah, you have that Louise Simonson storytelling here. I mean, what is this, late 80s X-Men stuff? A lot of this stuff gets collected in other omnibus as well. I don't know how bad it double dips. Might have to take a look. Tying it with some Power Pack. Here's the Daredevil tie-in. Great stuff. Cap tie-in here. U.S. Agent. Here's Archangel. So some classic Uncanny X-Men stuff. I mean, I believe I read this OHC when I had it. I can't really recall where we're at in the story here, but something that I'd have to reread and brush up on. We got Long Shot, Havoc. Here's the Hulk 340 issue. So to kind of give you the idea of the era that we're in. See what we get included in the back here as we flip through some New Mutants. And here we go to the bonus material. All right, so you get some New Mutants connecting covers here. Marvel Age cover. We have an article here, an advertisement. Here we go, an old trade paperback. This is another connecting cover, but it's recolored. This is X Factor, what is it, 24? Is it 24, 25, 26, I believe? Or is it over the 3 different titles? Alright guys, and there we have the haul. A lot of great material, man. A lot of stuff that I haven't read. Looking forward to getting into. Once in future, that one's calling me. A lot of great material in the trades. And some stuff that you might see up for sale on Whatnot. So make sure that you're following me over there. The link's in the description. If you use that link to sign up, you'll get a $10 credit that you can use towards your first purchase. So might as well come check me out on there. But I appreciate you guys watching. Stay minty fresh. Peace.